it, but get a huge lead.
Yeah. All right, Fnatic versus TNC round 2. TNC already qualified for MDL, and now they're looking to also punch their ticket to ESL 1 Birmingham. We'll see if Fnatic can stop that from happening this time. Let's see if they found the strength in the meantime here to beat this. I mean, TNC, they've been looking extremely powerful.
Yep.
Not just today, but of course in the...
Really, ever since they... I mean, they've always been good now, but since they changed Cuckoo to position 5 and added RML,
yeah,
I feel like they really started hitting their stride here, and they just grow stronger by the day.
Might catch Envy here to begin with.
Envy's on a mission.
Very it's not the most common rotation to go all the way back here on this particular high ground, and Envy will be caught in
They don't have any stuns, I bet it should be that.
Yeah, they have slows, a couple of right clicks, Envy not the fastest, and it is Armel actually who snipes it out with that brief fire. First blood for the mid laner, exactly the way that you want to start your day out.
And look at this ward that the Cuckoo played here, it's very deep on the... And these lane wards, we typically see them very often later on because they're hard to sniff out in D ward. But this early, I don't think I've ever seen this ward, and it's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I wonder if they want to see, like, is TB gonna run on the lane so they see him like a lot earlier so they can adjust their lanes the way they want, or are they gonna see better on this ward? And yeah, it's an interesting ward.
Yeah. Well, making his way back up there for now. Tim's blocking. Are they gonna run dual lanes here with Tims and Sam H just trying to be obnoxious?
I mean, Omnight and Naga is a terrifying dual lane, so why not? Although that means Batrider, Nyx Batrider and Nyx is gonna... Yeah, look at this. Raven is already running top because I think this is why they placed that ward, because they wanted to see so Raven didn't have to lane against Batrider.
Yeah. They're still kind of missing out. In fact, Universe is also making that same rotation.
both side lanes are gonna miss the first wave completely, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, the difference is no one is down bottom, so DJ is getting complete free from here with the second wave already, I do believe. And yeah,
this just highlights the fact how highly teams prioritize to like get the lanes they want.
Yeah,
they're like... Not even a question about it. It's like, I don't care if we sack an entire wave. Like, we don't want to, you know, get into a situation where they can just TP because we used our TP and then we're stuck in these lanes.
Well, question is, what do you do now? Because at this point, they do see Batrider up here in Raven. He somehow found some levels anyway, and with the creepers being dragged around by Cuckoo, like, looks like at this point you have to just take it on chin for a little bit and get some semblance of CS your way.
Yeah, if he would start rotating bottom again, he would be like level 1 when whoever he meets on the lane is gonna be like level 3, unless Universe runs instantly too. And even if he's not against Badger, he's just gonna be so low level that he's gonna be like...
Look at this. Tims and Cuckoo looking for Paladise, looking down further. Cask did buy him some space, and that should be enough, especially with TP in from DJ.
Actually pretty deep in here now.
To dive him. Tims unable to keep up though, as now Cuckoo's in trouble with Universe also. We joined the party to stand up on the high ground. Paladise with another Meldic to help out. Cuckoo, he is way too deep at this point. Trying to go for the kill, but not quite fast enough, even though he is the pony, and Witch Doctor's just a little bit slower, only on his 2 feet.
Yeah, the benefit here is that this because Universe rotated, Raven gets some very nice free from here, and yeah, I mean, since he's a Batrider, he didn't expect that. That's very nice for him.
Yeah. But anyway, at least if you have some help here for Raven, as I say that he's actually tipping his way down bottom, as Cuckoo also took that opportunity to put on some more pressure on Envy.
And actually,
yeah, that's one way you can make these lane rotations.
Actually, look at this mid lane. Armel is handling it to Abed right now.
I'll keep an eye on bottom though, because that is very volatile, it seems. There's no metamorphosis right now for another 45 seconds, so they're trying to get as much damage in towards Envy and the support as possible. But yeah, mid lane. 20-5 to 11-1.
Assume it's slowly gonna get better for Abed as he gets more levels in Tidebringer. But with the Breathe Fire, if Armel uses it correctly, which he seems to have done, you can kind of win the last hit war. But this is I mean, Abed is catching up now, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. Damage reduction does make a big difference, and
yep.
Sure, Tidebringer does a lot of damage, but DK, of course, with Dragon's Blood, with the Soul Ring already, you got a good amount of regen, as it is with the Dragon Knight.
I guess the Breathe Fire actually kind of like takes out the Tidebringer extra damage, so it's...
Yeah.
A tithe to the impurity.
So he works against it. But at this point, I bet he also has the Quelling Blade, decent amount of base.
Oh, he's gonna go for the kill.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Almost gets it.
Yeah, with the Soul Ring, you can just constantly use Soul Ring to use Breathe Fire.
Yeah.
Then you just, you know, your Dragon Bloods make sure that like the Soul Ring damage that is usually so annoying that you take continuously, you don't care. Yeah. That's why this item is so good on DK. It also gives strength.
Yeah. It's like made for the hero.
Yep, pretty much.
Top lane. It is a dual lane now with Tims and Sam H. DJ showing his face there as he's trying to shoot him away from Envy, desperate to get some farm, but he's keeping up with Raven just with all the lane rotations. But this is so powerful. Two nukes, another net. Can he get this kill here actually? DJ gets by Carapace off. Tim still pretty fast.
They're diving here.
Around the stun connects. The healer just keep him safe with the extra Riptide. It's not enough to get the kill, so with his own stick and his giant amount of armor, you'll find against the tower shots, but damn. Living life on the edge here. DJ, he wants more. Healed up in the meantime.
Cook on the bottom lane is being... Nah, Universe kind of thought about it, but... I realized that, nah, this is probably not going to go my way.
Cool.
Or is it? Oh, very smart use of Glyph there. Super smart use of Glyph.
Taking up the creeps. Still plenty of duration left on the Firefly with 4 or 5 stacks of Napalm. On Cuckoo here, it makes for a very easy kill indeed.
So what I love about that is that that creep had like 10 HP left, and if that creep dies, even if Universe isn't hitting Cuckoo, like Universe is the next like closest unit to the tower, so he's gonna be the one that's being shot at, and he might die there. But he glyphs it, so it actually lives this 10 HP creep, and that allows him to not take extra damage from the tower.
Yeah.
Wow, that's. I'm like, wow.
Next level plays right there for sure. You've seen it a couple of times, like in later parts of the game, just keeping catapults alive for creep waves in general.
Yeah.
Or for a tower push, but using it this early where it's not the biggest of deals, right? I mean, this push from the side of TNC needs a little bit of time to really get going.
Yeah, and it's these small kills that can kind of really set the pace of your battle. Like he gets a nice chunk of gold, he gets some space in lane too because the support died, and it's very nice. It's yeah, I like it that I used a glyph for it.
Yeah. Alright, looking at this top lane though, Envy able to get a decent amount of CS here, so keeping up as much as he can. Also Spyla die there for emergencies, but it's 3 against 2 here. TP in from DJ as the cast bouncing around with the reflection. A lot of damage being done to TNC's here. Sam H with the healed bomb. It's not going to be enough to bring Envy really low. The stun is there, but he already sticked up. Sam H should end up dropping to the Maledict, and he does indeed. Once again, they dive too deep. Fnatic get a kill. And again, slowing down TNC a notch. But Amel, well, he's the breakout. He is the one issue that they've not dealt with just yet. Sitting at top CS on the board, level 7.5 already.
Yeah, they want to deal with him right now
to do the damage. So they're trying to fix that, but scouted out. Goes way down south, and I don't think he'll be caught here.
No, I mean, even if he will be caught by these supports, they don't have enough damage to kill him.
No.
But Raven, on the other hand, he might be in deep here.
There's a lasso. He doesn't have enough mana with a mango here. He's got to go for it. Lasso to start with, Maledict, follow-up control, and this is a dead wolf.
Yeah, and we already see the battle against Lycan matchup. Lycan, he's been farming jungle for the last two or three minutes because even if he has a support here, like he really has to be playing so carefully against his Batrider. Yeah. Yeah, we see there as soon as he's actually getting caught, he just dies. It's a very tough matchup.
Yeah. Well, that buys Fnatic more time to get the heroes online, but Amel, again, he's coming in with a haste school. With the Sunder though, turn things around. Tim's a little bit of extra damage, but for now, Envy, yeah, they have to abort. Don't have enough burst damage to actually kill the Terrorblade this early on. But they keep trying anyway, so it's... I don't know. kind of stops the momentum that they're trying to build in its tracks.
The thing is, can they kill Envy now that he doesn't have Sunder? Because if they can abuse that, then in the end it was fine. But of course, if they don't, then yeah, it costs for them.
Yeah. Really very tense game. Fnatic taking matters into their own hands. And not just reacting anymore, they're smoking once again.
See,
They might find Tim's here, straight up walking up. The taunt will be missed. Couple of extra illusions easily dispatched, and they can just juggle tower aggro a little bit. But yes, Tim's a little bit of extra space. All right, all right. Nicely done.
Oh,
what
nice.
How was that? Power shot switching him off with that extra lighting. Cuckoo though in a bit of trouble with the boat coming in. Axe backs, no way out of this one. Envy taking that for himself as he's already showing up with a metamorphosis, trying to put some pressure on this tower. Without the Dragon Knight there, he's not as worried. In fact, Armel, he used his own ultimate up top, playing that tier 1. There was Sam H appearing. He's level 6. Decent amount of utility here.
And the fact they got Universe there is actually making it completely fine for him. A good trade. They got the top tower, they barely lost the redemption mid, and they got a core.
Take that gold for me.
But Armel, he's becoming so fat in this game right now.
Miles ahead of everybody else, almost 5k net worth here 10 minutes in.
Oh, Nyx here on top
see
lane.
a like in ultimate. Nyx already used the stun right now on the creeper. Trying to TP out, but
Run,
not gonna get in range. He cannot! The stun was mid-flight.
Yep.
That was like half a second, if that.
Interesting here, Raven. He has the Helm of Dawn Creep ready. He decides to kill the catapult, not take it over like you usually see with Lycans, and keep his little purge boy.
Yeah. It's a little bit too early to push tier 2, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he's like, because catapult is obviously awful to farm with. It's super slow attack speed. It doesn't have a fast.
Oh, a bad. Gonna be gone on. Gets the boat out. So with the run buff, they cannot actually go for this kill.
No.
Not on a tier 1 anyway, where there might be reactions. But at least forcing out that ultimate, it's decently long cooldown at level 1 at least. Turns into 40 seconds at max level.
So I think the game plan for TNC now is that let Lycan farm do his own thing. Maybe join fights with Shapeshift and move around as 4. You know, get maybe the last tier 1 bottom and mid, and then when is Necro 3 on Raven, if it's a good time, maybe get Roshan, and then, you know, snowball from there.
Yep. Now BJ though keeping an eye on things. He does have some help from Pyla. Dies. They find Leshrac isolated. Very quick snack there. He finally stabs, but despite everything, TNC is still ahead in terms of death, only slightly because of the efforts of Armel. He's going straight for Blink Dagger apparently, so realizes that he has to be active this game and be that frontliner. And it looks like they might want to smoke up. That's Kuko response.
Yeah, they want to get this Universe kill into the tier 1 tower bottom, so...
Guess what though? There's a ward on the shrine.
Oh.
So they saw exactly what's happening, but they might still get called out. Universe. Maybe didn't get the
Doesn't
memo.
seem like he saw it.
Oh no. Awkward.
That's nice.
Maybe don't watch that particular spot, then you don't see the icons disappearing. It happens, right?
The thing is, did it TP behind this tree that are here on the shrine? Anyway, even because DK, as soon as he TP'd in, they just smoked. And Leshrac, I know Leshrac was further behind, so he wasn't on the ward. Yeah. So I think that was just like DK showed up for a fraction of a second, and maybe Universe thought him.
But he like walked there first, but then it didn't see him walk out.
Yeah.
So it's
like it's hard to make that graph sometimes.
I mean, sometimes you have vision, you have to walk down, but you don't actually see it because you don't happen to look at it.
Yeah, it's like
a particular moment. Like it wasn't a long time that they were standing around there.
Exactly. Like he could just think that Leshrac is probably farming away here, and DK is doing the same and whatnot, and then oh shit, they smoked.
Maybe thought he was safe in a tower, or they were going mid or anything else. Like there's a number of different reasons.
It happens.
Yeah. Anyway, the result is TNC get that kill. Armel further ahead, even Raven, like he's been just jungling it up.
And that's the thing. Lycan is so good at farming. Like with his summon wolves and the feral impulse, and he farms super fast.
Got himself an alpha wolf.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
They're smoking up here. They might find him with the Nyx.
DJ a little bit further out. The taunt will hit on Leshrac, but they don't quite want to dive the tower.
Look at Raven. He's all alone here.
Oh, yeah. Body blocked for a second? Don't think so. Don't feel comfortable. A little bit too far spread out by the looks of it. No Blink Dagger yet on Batrider, but Tranquil Boots, Drums of Endurance. Still on a good level of farm, but not having the quick jump initiation potential just yet.
The question is, I assume TNC, they have the Blink Dagger on Dicky soon, then they're gonna smoke up again, maybe even let Raven join them. Probably not though, he's just gonna keep farming in his Necro, and they're gonna try to get a kill into this tier 1 mid. Because that will really open up the map nicely for them.
Yep.
And of course, Blink Dagger on Dicky, that's a power spike for them. And you always wanna abuse these power spikes, these Orchid, BKB, Blink, whatever. As soon as you pick these items up, you want to make a move.
Yeah.
Because the other team is not going to expect you to do it. Or like they're not going to think about these items because you haven't shown it yet.
Yeah, the earlier the better. I mean, if you go early, even if they know that you have it, they might not have their own items to try and counter it out. So
exactly.
That's the whole idea of that is Raven. He farms a bit aggressively, so he can join in, but he's also vulnerable. An initiation here. DJ. Still looking for it, but that is a sentry ward down. From the Radiant side, I do believe.
You see, instantly he tried to kill Witch Doctor with the Blink Dagger, but now they're just pushing mid.
Yeah. Now there's the Blink actually on the Invis Nyx Assassin. Cat's bouncing a little bit, and Spike Carapace will also dodge some of the damage, so he will survive. Had any doubts about the Blink Dagger being online? They've been late to rest, they still lose the tower. This is what TNC came here to do for the time being, but now look, they have these deep wards, and they did see Universe.
Yeah, they pinged him out.
What's the top lane?
He has a ward too though, so he should be fine.
Unless I want to commit the song. It doesn't look like it. He just TP's out. Even with the extra vision from the Firefly to make sure he sees what's coming. Or if there any is, or even if, or if there is anything coming. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the way to put it.
Yep.
But we talked about it in the draft.
Now.
This push, they have a normal catapult with them. They still have the alpha wall, which is not just useful for farming, but also for taking down towers. And this T2, it will melt.
Yeah, and they have this ward that's about to expire in 30 seconds. And the fact that they're pushing this tower now is that, yeah, they use this ward. If it would be a fight, they would have this ward. They would have an advantage here. So I really like this. And yeah, now Lycan with his first Necro 1, he's online, basically. Like, he can join them. They're even gonna go higher here.
We have another Dragon Form in 10 seconds. Still relatively halfway done on that Necro book. So they're forcing this reaction a bit already with the defensive X, so they can't drag anyone back. So yeah, this was just to make sure that Fnatic can't just continue farming elsewhere on the map, I guess.
Yeah, it's just, you know, the little... You need to come back here with a couple of heroes or we're gonna get damage on the tower. But smart that by them to not overreact. Like, EE is not TPing home. He knows that this is just to bait me back. Yeah. And I'm not gonna care about it. I'm gonna keep farming and TP in if it's necessary, like absolutely necessary to keep the racks.
He himself, top of the net worth chart as far as his own team is concerned. Just followed by the Kunkka, who does have that armor to work with, going straight for the Daedalus. Not wasting any time there either, but it looks of it, all he has the Crystallis. So if you get lucky with these leaves, at the very least you'll get rid of the creep wave. Paladai.
Bye-bye. Chop down.
Honoring the third syllable of his name. Die, in that case. And it's down bottom. Maybe some illusions here as they're pushing that out.
I like it though that Paladai does that. It's like, yeah, it would not be fun if I die here, but I'm at position 5 and this lane needs to be shoved out.
Yeah.
And hey, he used Lycan form, so that is a timing window for them if they want to use it. So not all that bad.
It is actually space creator. Like you get information, you get
the lane needs to get out.
Like, and yeah, it has to. You have to make that sacrifice if it comes to that. So
like it's so easy to just say, "Ha, stupid! How can he not think he's gonna die there?" But it's like it's actually, you know, he gives like nothing. He has no net worth, and yeah, it's information, and he even got the shapeshift out. So now his other cores feel safer because of that.
Same time, DJ also doing the Nyx Assassin thing of getting information as much as he can on the other side of the map. See Sam H farming, who's been
gonna do the same
along as well.
Paladai again on top.
Oh god, again, yeah.
And yeah, when it keeps happening over and over again, yeah, that's not the best.
It's not the ultimate though.
Yeah,
it's not a Dragon Ball.
that is true.
It's good. 40 seconds for the shape shift. They won't really be able to use this dragon form to take a tower. Are they waiting for any more items on the side of TNC, or are they just worried about Fnatic's team fight here coming from the Conquer at this point?
I think Necro 3 at least, and maybe, let's see, it's going SNY on DK, and I think mainly the Necro 3. I think the Roshan is gonna be their next objective. They're probably gonna make a smoke soon, try to get a pick off on some somewhat important hero, and then instantly go Roche, because their lineup is gonna kill Roche in seconds.
Yep.
They're actually just gonna go Roche right up, because they kill Roche so fast.
Yep.
Like even if they see this in a ward, it's not even sure they're gonna be able to react in time.
Let's see, it's like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Let's say 15 seconds roundabout.
And you see, they all kind of mobilize to mid lane, and they're like, hey, they're maybe doing Roche, and oh, yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
Well,
what happens in my games all the time. Hey, where are they? Are they doing Roche? And then the exact same second you hear that sound. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess they did.
Yeah, and now they're gonna wait the cooldowns. They're gonna wait this Necro 3, he has it on courier, and then it's gonna be get the tier 2s, try to get a kill, go high ground.
Yeah.
Or even force high ground if they can't get this kill. Because, yeah, these Aegis, they want to get at least a side of Rax here, because otherwise TB is just gonna get too big, and they don't have good ways of dealing with him. Like, they have okay ways, but it's not gonna be enough if he gets fat enough, I think.
He's already at the point where he has a few stat items to work with. So it's not the easiest to burst down, so he should be able to get a Thunder out. Especially if they find a good boat. Like, the Kunkka is the linchpin of this high ground defense right now. Not just with the Tidebringer Cleave and the Torrents and the Axes, just trying to catch somebody out, but also with the boat as a big control utility, but also as the run buff to make sure that you don't get bursted, that, especially if you're for the TB, that you can get that Thunder out and continue to fight with the Metamorphosis, which still makes him hit extremely hard at this point in the game.
Yeah, and look at this bottle in here. EE is actually cutting away with his Manta Illusions, like behind the tier 2 tower, to just make sure that if you want to push bottom, I'm gonna be annoying for you. And it's EE things, like, this is what makes him so good, that he thinks of these things. And yeah, for all the EE lulls and all of that, like, he's so smart too. Like, when it works, it's amazing. He's so annoying to play against, I can imagine.
Boga also keeping the mid wave pushed out, so what do you do here? Just have to try and punch through all the power that you have, or perhaps
smoke up here.
Smoke rotation here. Already, he's not one holding the Aegis, so he wants to blink into the fray if he has to. Same H behind him with the 4 staffs, extra utility, and that's quick blink from the universe as well.
And they wanted this Batrider in, because if they got Batrider, they would actually be able to just go high ground, because Batrider is what's scary for them to go high ground. He can just last someone and drag them super far in. So that was a really important dodge by him. But still, they're gonna go for the tier 2, possibly even force high ground a little bit.
Oh, blink stun. He's got the axe. He might be fine, but almost not. Phew, if you stun up, you can't X yourself back, obviously. So you have to wait for it to time out naturally. And that's 8 seconds in total for an ally, including yourself.
Yep, and Pyla die once again. Space, space, space.
2 heroes running him down, yeah, for sure.
Your elements purged.
So they got to tier 2. But they didn't threaten high ground. They have to account for these other lanes. Push out top, make their way bottom perhaps, as that's also being pressured in just naturally, but also with Universe making an appearance. Yeah, Fnatic, they're doing a really good job controlling the map, even though by all accounts they are behind.
Yeah, and yeah, like the thing is, they're just not letting them do exactly. They're slowing down all of their moves a little bit with, you know, these X, D push, the Manta Illusions. They're just slowing down everything a little bit, and in the grand scheme of things, that makes a big difference.
Yep.
Now they're going for a smoke, and that this is their timing. This with these Aegis, they want to get something big done.
Yeah.
They don't want to keep this slow growing lead, because even if they have a little bit of a lead, this terribly is going to be a huge issue if it goes too late.
Well, they're gonna run into Paladai, but also Envy, but they didn't see him up the high ground. They will get Paladai
What a
first.
fight here.
They do indeed here. They get the lasso onto Amal. It's not the
This
right
is
target though
crazy, I
with
think.
the Aegis, but they also have the Song of the Siren just to retreat. Amal's still being controlled up. Forced off back. Can they find another jump?
Actually,
Look like it without.
Raven is splitting bottom top.
Oh wow, yeah, he is.
That's why they didn't fight them, because they felt, okay, I'm gonna rat, and
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
yeah, and I mean, he hit the tower for 5 seconds with minions only, and the tower is dead.
Oh man, 62 health points. The shrines are not quite open up just yet, but this is the frustrating part if you have to play against a team that just commits to that. And just slow you down, just even just a song. You find a few heroes, you song them, and even if they wanted to, they couldn't go back to disengage. I mean, it's a level 1 song, so that's the upside. They can't do that very frequently right now. By the time they can, Fnatic will be in a good spot themselves, more than likely, with their cores. When you look at Eternal Envy, he's just surging further and further forward.
Yeah, we really see the effects here, and that's exactly what I talked about. Like, getting this tier 3 almost dead, it's not enough. But what is going to be in the back head of Fnatic now is that, okay, every time we take a fight, there's the possibility of Lycan ratting us here on the top lane, and it's going to be so annoying. Like, it's going to be a little gnawing feeling in the back of your head, and it's so annoying to play against.
We're going to try again. The last smoke for the time being. Cuckoo. He had 2 before, and this is the second.
Yeah, and actually, I think they're going to just smoke top lane here, and then someone is going to have to TP in because Raven is going to send his stuff on the tower, and then they're going to hope to get a fast and easy kill there, and then just get the racks straight up.
Yeah. Now the Fnatic not even in a position to do that. They've of course TPs on everybody.
No, they seem to be.
And there it is. Paladai might just have to play the sacrificial lamb again, just sending him forward, seeing, hey, you see what you can see. Actually Envy at the creep wave right now, but TNC have already gone away from that position, so the smoke rotation itself not really working out now they're being spotted. But it's Dire Ward on the high ground. Yeah, I mean, how long do they still have Fnatic? Oh, they see him. They see DJ.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, nice little kill. But yeah, so the deal is that it's not like they're out to lose, but it's getting harder by the minute now. Like, that's basically how it is. Now until like 30 minutes is when they're by their strongest, and then it's just gonna get gradually. Nice little pick off.
One
here.
way to do it, I bet. That's interesting. He didn't get X back.
That's an interesting. Guess sleep somehow makes him not go back.
I've not seen that before. That really confuses me right now.
They were confused too. They were like, "What? Wait, what?"
Yeah. Sims was walking forward. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna catch him when he's X back. He can't be that far." But then he just stays there. Good to know, I guess. Maybe make a red threat. I'm not sure if that's intended behavior. As it stands, gonna get some hits in on the tower. The glyph immediately forced out because otherwise,
they're smoking after them.
Immediately killed it, and
they wanna fight.
They want to try and fight, but TNC is ready. Maybe they are not. The lasso past the high ground, but Armel, he's super tanky now with that Guardian Angel. The BKB and Envy make sure that he can stay alive, but they have to run. DJ still on the sidelines, bites back a bit now. Caught down. Raven running him down, trying to finish him off. Not quite enough power. Oh, whoa, he has to be very careful. Whoa!
Oh!
No, he's on the toggling incorrectly. Or maybe he couldn't because of Spirit Vessel. Maybe if you... maybe that's what happened there. I mean, you activate armlets. Maybe it doesn't even give you that much health points. In
actually not, but he bought back. He doesn't have buyback now, and they know this.
Oh man,
Dire's top tower
that is so bad for Fnatic, especially since I find a stun onto Universe here.
Nice
They will be able
kill.
to find SMH. So that's good, but now the stun on the tower. Can they control him up? Doesn't look like it. He does find the Sunder onto Cuckoo. So that's another one down. The racks will fall to the minions. Most likely the stun
The wolves!
but the wolves are doing it. The melee racks are down. They're losing offlane as well as the support. Overall, a good trade considering the buybacks as well. And not just one, but 2 heroes in Paladai. He didn't bought back earlier.
And just as we said, okay, Fnatic might have done it. They might have gotten out of this super scary timing of TNC.
Yeah.
They get Abed. They're able to kill him after his buyback. And it leaves me wondering, is that the wrong call from Fnatic to go for that fight? Because I mean, they're fine with just deflecting and slowly like getting this TB to a state where they can't fight him.
Dire's
But
bottom
they
tower
chose
is
to
under
take that
attack.
fight, and in the end, it cost them hard, because now one melee racks down against the Lycan. This splitting and everything, even if it goes late, like it's always very hard to deal with. Even if you know in a pure 5-on-5, you will win, but
I think it was the right call to initiate an Armel there on the tanky Dragonite with the lasso. Or you look to maybe try and find somebody else, like Sam H before the Guardian Angel comes out.
yeah, I think yeah, with the Guardian Alien and then possibly Repel, like they don't kill him, so
Oh, Armel.
it's hard.
That's Blink stun and the lasso to counter initiate. They're gonna try again. Envy without the Metamorphosis will get stunned up. Doesn't get the BKB off in time. Down to half health, but still has the Thunder available. Chops down Leshrac without it. Sam H, there we go. Just fueling up.
Goes
Half
Raven.
in, but Raven, the big bad wolf coming through. Envy now slowed down, trying to make it to the shrine, but stunned up without his BKB available. Without the Thunder, they're trying to keep him alive. The Thunder just to provide a little bit of pulse, but it's not enough. Fnatic lost a big carry, and they might lose a band as well, and he doesn't have buyback still, of course. Two heroes on the sidelines, they find another. Pyla die.
Yeah,
Well,
our lanes are not that good though.
and lanes are not in a good position, but
It's gonna be about 15 seconds.
5 seconds.
Oh, Roche is up.
Roshan is up, so that's a big objective that they can get instead. Oh no. Fnatic, they're taking these fights, they're trying to make use of that lasso, but once again they initiate on Armel,
Yeah,
but he just shrugs it off, and of course he's gonna have his teammates behind him.
I mean, it wasn't even close, and yeah, I think how Fnatic wins this fight is they find Sam H, they kill him off. It's so, right now it's so hard because it's gonna be the Naga sleep, and it's gonna be he's of course gonna know that if they initiate on me, that's the way for them to win the fight, so I'm not gonna let them.
Yep.
And that's why he's going Aghanims, because with Aghanims that means he can stand on his freaking base and still no help.
And still drop out like GA, but
Is this Aghs? I'm sure it's just because he wants to be positioned, so there's no way they can go on him.
yeah.
And yeah, you could go Blink on Netherlands, but I'm totally fine with this Aghanims.
Alright. Getting rid of the shrines now while they're at it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top shrine.
This is so hard to try and
Dire's top shrine.
AC
back into it now, even with this tanky and farm Terrorblade. I mean, DJ is trying to be annoying. They did finish the, they did find the TNC Courier a while late, and now DJ is sitting in a position that suggests that he wants to get it again when it respawns.
Yeah. But AC is complete, and when one side has an AC and the other one doesn't, it's a big difference that you don't necessarily think about, but I don't know, it just when both lineups are pretty. I mean, Fnatic they have Abed and TB, they're a lot of physical damage, and TNC they have this Dragonite and Lycan. So like AC is such a big difference in this game. It's just gonna make it even harder for Fnatic.
Especially in the face of all of this physical damage, not just from Envy, but also from the default from Paladai if he ever gets it off. I haven't seen it this game even.
With that said though, this Terrorblade, he has Skadi, Sangyasha, BKB, almost Butterfly, so he's getting fat.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Universe.
middle tower
Run
is
down
under attack.
Armel.
Persh creep.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Can't blink again. Gets stunned up inside the small little chasm. So right click him for a while. Goes on real Lasso for good measure, which is actually a bit of an issue. Like, he's respawning 50 seconds, but Lasso's not on cooldown for 70.
Yeah, and this is minimum gonna be the tier 2. I assume that they're gonna force
Dire's
high ground a
bottom
little
tower
bit.
is under attack.
Where's the Aegis anyway? Oh yeah, Armel.
Armel.
Didn't see it. Raven with the cheese. Backdoor finally stopped, so now it can
Dire's
actually go
bottom
down.
tower has fallen.
And is there any reasons for TNC?
Halberd,
I don't
interesting.
think so.
I think he goes Halberd because he knows this. Like, this is the fight. We need to deflect this one, and Just
Repel
feel
onto
like that.
Armel, blink stun onto Pile die. They do not actually take it
Can
down.
he get
this time.
Armel here?
The turnaround inside the base. They might get the Aegis. The cask reflected by Lotus though, slowing them down a little bit. Envy, he's committing very, very deep, but they do not
He's not even
find the
dead.
DK even once. But looks at it, say that though, melting on top of him is only
Yeah, they got him.
finishing him off. And they're shooing everyone else away. Tims can turn this around perhaps with a Song of Siren and thinking about it. Waiting for everyone else to get in, or just holding on because they know that they don't need it. Another repel coming through, follow-up stuns. They're just trying to disengage.
Shapeshifting 5.
That's on the back, and there it is. Finally, look at this Terrorblade.
Oh, he's gonna rat the Raven.
BKB, but Raven, oh yeah, he's going for mid-racks. They don't actually want to fight here.
So annoying.
And just leaving the creeps there. Just doesn't actually have backdoor taken down, so it's not actually falling, but it is what it is. All they get for that is the Aegis, I guess, as well as Cuckoo.
Yeah, we can see what TNC does now is that they kind of know that our window to just fight them with our like lineup, it's like going away because this team is getting so strong. So now, alright, they're gonna find someone.
Yeah, they find Tim's on bottom, just running him down.
Oh, he wants to go out there with Raven here. This is a little bit
Buddy got an
crazy, I
Angel
think.
also. Not enough to keep him safe, and everyone else will just TP out. Try to anyway. DJ. Link to the side. Doesn't have mana for TP or teleport scroll in the first place. So if they recognize that, they might be able to catch him out there somehow.
Courier is coming in.
Yeah. There it is.
Hello.
Spike Carapace, another blink out to the side. Now Armel is stuck here. Oh, DJ.
This is some serious space, and they're getting Cuckoo in mid.
Oh, wow, yeah. It's actually working out. I'm laughing, but it's making a difference. Fnatic trying to come back in this game, and if you look at the gold graph, it's not actually all that crazy now because of this series of events.
This is actually quite... I mean, if you look at Fnatic's base, it's in shambles. I don't even know how they lost the bottom tier 3. The mid tier 3 is low, but hey, they just need one good fight, and this TB can just straight up win the game.
Yeah.
And they might even force Higher on here because they know that it's getting to a point where TNC has a lot of troubles fighting them.
There's no Guardian Angel. There's another song available in another couple of seconds, and Armel is still very powerful indeed. Going for the heart next. Blink stun forward. Trying to slow him down. There's the song. Cuckoo also back in a couple of seconds. They get rid of the wall.
He's ratting on Raven.
And he's ratting. Of course he is. Just trying to slow them down at this point. So Fnatic, they have to make a choice. The lasso counted out though by the Lotus Orb, so he's stunning
so
himself.
beefy.
That one still doing a lot of damage.
He's
Even
dying.
BKB, and they get Armel. He does not have buyback. This ratting still continues. Raven going straight for the bottom racks. Now Fnatic lost their first hero here. Cuckoo dies, can buy back. DJ certainly has done the same
All
thing.
me racks
He
are
acts
gone.
himself as they're trying to
One
run
brings
down
this.
Raven now with Bildai also coming back. Top lane is completely fallen. So now this range tracks is all standing between them
He's
and
gonna
Mega.
die.
And yeah, Raven, he'll get it. He might even survive this, but looking at the Radiant base, Fnatic, they realize they can't really win against Mega Crips, so they go for the throne themselves. It's all down to TNC to defend this. Buybacks galore. Fnatic.
Insert anime music.
They
Come
still
back.
have the Sunder, no BKB though. Gets the Sunder off onto Cuckoo. Him and Tim super low. They have to try and make their way back to base. Can't even do it. Both of them bought back. At least Cuckoo bought back, and they have the stuns. Abed
Fighting.
trying to stay alive.
There's no
He still
buyback.
has his buyback, I believe. Not sure. Armel. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, Raven, the only one who has buyback left on the side of TNC,
Raven is
Fnatic, as well as Tim's. Fnatic looking a little bit healthy as they continue to take this fight. Samage dropping low. Cuckoo dead for good now. Armel, he's pretty healthy at this point. Envy, not so much. Another stun available in 5 seconds though. This could be the death of Armel, but got an Angel helping out a little bit against the initial damage. And they still do it here. They have the stun. They don't have the stun here. Lotus Orb prevents it right now onto Armel anyway.
Will be a massive
Taking the
kill.
fight. The boat coming through. Not gonna go. And stun up Armel with the BKB.
Samage doesn't
Found
buy the
up,
guider.
but he's still going lower and lower and lower. The bat running down on Lendy with the torrent.
Their
Not
base, though.
necessary. Their base is in trouble as Raven. He's not left. He's
Paladins were trying.
the Siren slow Fnatic down and can't even stop this. They have no cast. They have no lasso. there's a bunch of catapults to deal with as well, and the Ancient is falling.
The Cardis were too strong, man.
How are we supposed to cast this without a split screen? Like, we need to have both of our monsters closer together. You look at the Dire base and I look at the Radiant base, and then try and pick that